Hello and welcome to your own channel. Let's talk business once again. So here we are, this week's knowledge capsule. What are the different type of intermediaries in London market? So in today's session, I will try to make this clear. So as always, there is a lot to know and a lot to discuss. So without waiting more, let's start talking business. So for those who are new to this channel, I am Ravi Shankar. I'm having more than 16 years of experience in business analysis, largely associated with PNC and general insurance domain. If you have any queries related to this video presentation or my previous video presentations, do reach me at my Hotmail email ID. I'm also available on LinkedIn and Twitter, so you can also reach me there. Let's start talking business. So before understanding the different type of intermediary, we should know who they are and why we need them in the first place. In the simplest form, the insurance contract is an agreement between the insured, I mean the person who are going to buy the insurance, and the insurer, the insurance company, who are going to provide the insurance coverage. Now, this works fine if you're talking about the simple insurance like private car or travel or maybe health policy. You can simply buy the product directly from the insurance company. It's very simple. But for the specialty insurance like war and terrorism or political risk, the buyer of the insurance might not be knowledgeable about the options available to them either in terms of product or market. So a help from the expert is definitely needed. Now, this is where the insurance intermediary come into the picture. They are able to offer the independent and impartial advices concerning to the available product and the market and can represent the insured in the communication and negotiation with any potential insurers or insurance companies. Now, when it comes to the regulations, right, insurance intermediaries in UK are heavily regulated. The insurance intermediaries are authorized by the Financial Conduct Authority or FCA in UK, and when authorized, the insurance intermediaries will be supervised on ongoing basis by the FCA. If the insurance intermediary fail to comply with the FCA rule, then the FCA can take action against them under the Financial Service Act 2012. Like they can withdraw the firm authorization, they can take the disciplinary action against the intermediary or its firm, or they prosecute them. Now, when it comes to the services, right, the intermediary can provide a various services to the insured and the insurance company. If we talk about the insured as their client, so the intermediary review the client's need in depth and assess their risk exposure. They can also help their client to understand whether the risk what they are exposed to is insurable or not. If not, they will explain them why it is not insurable. And if it is insurable, they will help their client to decide the best market for the risk and best price for the risk. They will negotiate the terms and conditions with the insurance company on behalf of their client, and they will try to get the best deal for their client. They will help their client to understand the policy wordings, policy terms and conditions, and they will help their client in terms of doing the renewal negotiations also with the insurance company. So they do a lot of things for their client as a insured. Now, if you go to the other side, for the insurance company, the intermediary can provide various specialized services. Now, they can have the delegated authority from the insurance company and help insurance company to bind the risk if they have the delegated authority. Now, subjected to delegated authority terms and conditions, the intermediary can help insurer to settle the claim on their behalf. They can issue the policy document, and also they can able to collect the insurance premium on behalf of the insurance company. But it all depends on the terms and condition of the delegate authority which they have been given by the insurance company. Now, let's talk about the different type of intermediary in the London market. So let's talk about the wholesale broker, who they are and what they're doing. The wholesale broker have a direct connect with the insurer. When there are several brokers involved in the insurance transaction between the insured and the insurance company, then the wholesale broker is the one who is the closest to the insurer or the insurance company. So say for example, if you draw a line here at one end, you have a insured and the insurance company, and if you have many different intermediaries involved here, then the wholesale broker is sitting here close to the insurance company. Now, if you're talking about the retail broker as opposed to the wholesale broker, the retail broker are sitting close to the insured rather than the insurance company if there are many intermediaries are involved. Wholesale broker sitting here and the retail broker is sitting close to the insured or their client. Now, producing brokers, just like retail broker, the producing broker have contact with the client and create or produce the work for their client. Now, these are sometimes responsible for introducing a proposal or for insurance or reinsurance to the other broking firm. So kind of like they are doing business to the other broking firm. They themselves are broker, but they are generating business to some other brokers. Going ahead, let's talk about the single tied agent. The single tied agent are a representative of insurers, not insured. As the name suggests, they are tied up with single insurance company and their advice is restricted to the product offered by their principals. So say for example, if we have a broker here and this broker is work for Brit, so they can always offer the product and services by the Brit, not any other insurance company. And that's the reason they are single tied. They are tied with Brit, not tied with AXA and any other company. So let's go ahead and talk about the multi-tied agent. These are also similar to the single tied agent, but with a slight difference. The agent is selling number of different insurance products, but only one product per insurer. For example, they might tied up to the insurer, say for example, Brit for house insurance and AXA for health insurance. But they will not sell the health insurance from Brit or house insurance from AXA. They will not do that, right? So if I talk about here is if this is the multi-tie agent, so Brit, AXA, home insurance, or say for example private car. So whenever they will suggest home insurance, they will always suggest Brit home insurance. When they will suggest private car, they will always suggest AXA. Because these agents are tied up with their principal, this agent cannot offer independent advice to their client about the product and the wider market and services. So by definition, they are not working as a London market broker. They are basically a high street broker, not an independent broker. And same goes to the even a single tied agent. These type of agents do not work in the London market because they are not representing the customer or their client. They are representing the insurance company. Let's move ahead. Let's talk about the independent intermediary. As the name suggests, a person who acts as a representative of the prospective policyholder in the arrangement of insurance policies are called intermediary or independent intermediary. They are representing the interest of the policyholder or their client. This is the traditional London market broker which is not tied up with any insurer or insurance company and work for their ultimate client who is the insured or reinsured. This agent can advise their client to go for London market or elsewhere in the world to get the right insurance coverage. They are not always advising that go for the London market. If they are getting the right insurance product in Bermuda, they can offer the Bermuda market. So basically they are protecting the interest of their client, which is insured, not the insurance company. Going ahead, now let's talk about the surplus line broker. A broker who is licensed to place the coverage with the non-admitted insurers. Now, who are non-admitted insurance, by the way? The insurer who do not have license to do business in a given state. For example, in most of the state in US, except Kentucky or Illinois or maybe US Virgin Island, the Lloyd work on a non-admitted basis. So the surplus line insurer can write the coverage through a surplus line broker if the broker is licensed to the state where the coverage is being written. In the US, the surplus line insurance protect the insured against the financial risk that is too high for a regular insurance company to take on. So that is all about the surplus line. Now let's go ahead and talk about the open market correspondent. An open market correspondent is an insurance intermediary who introduce business to an aggregated Lloyd's broker for placement in the Lloyd's market on an open market basis. Now you know we can place business in Lloyd's in three different ways: open market, delegate authority, and line slip. I have already covered all these things in my previous presentation, so you can go back and check it out. So an open market correspondent is an insurance intermediary who introduced business to an aggregated Lloyd's broker for placement in the Lloyd's market on open market basis. This type of coverages, which is typically a one-off insurance coverage solution, is issued by the Lloyd's according to the individual risk profile presented. So it's kind of like not straightway arrangement. It's a one-off kind of a insurance, right? If you are having a very unusual risk, then open market correspondent will take the risk, go to the Lloyd's broker, and the Lloyd's broker will help open market correspondent to place the risk. Going ahead, let's talk about the Lloyd's broker. So when it comes to the Lloyd's broker, so basically these are a client representative which is authorized by the Committee of Lloyd's of London to contact the underwriters in the Lloyd's and negotiate the insurance terms and condition on behalf of their client, with the various syndicates available in the Lloyd's of London. Well, that's all from today's presentation about the different type of intermediaries in the market. I hope you have gained some knowledge. Goodbye and take very good care of yourself during these pandemic days. Bye bye, and I will see you soon in next video presentation. Bye bye and take care.